What's up, YouTube? Allison here, aka Kaleidoscopeallie, and this is take 2 of this video because in the first one I sat down sort of really spontaneously after I'd just gotten out of the shower, and I could not stop playing with my hair because, of course, it looked like a mess. I wasn't really playing with it, I was trying to fix it. Anyhow, I'm a Leo, what can I say? But I feel like it already happens too much in my videos that I'm messing with my hair, and I felt it was too distracting, so it's dry and I'm talking to you. Alright, this video have to admit I'm a little nervous to do because it's the first time that I really talk to the camera about my sexuality or about, LGBTQ stuff. And, see, there I went with the touching with the hair. Yeah. Anyhow, lots of stuff in my childhood and baggage about that. I'm not really concerned with it going forward, but there's still this little thing about, shit, am I going to get crap on Facebook if this comes around and my super conservative, people that are on there from my childhood get shocked and, okay, forget it, never mind. Anyhow, here I go. This video is about, what's it about? It's about actually me wanting to ask you how you feel about sexuality, gender, and how we express ourselves and how we actually feel ourselves. Because, okay, today I'm feeling dykey. Can you tell? This is me today. Oh, you don't see me. Got my boy jeans on and t-shirt. And if I were to try to put on a dress right now, it would so not work for me and how I feel. And I just feel a little like, hey, baby, kind of. I'm feeling the dyke mojo right now. Yeah, and I'm not feeling the feminine side of me. And another day I will totally be wanting to wear heels and, a short little skirt, show some legs, show some cleavage, and I'll be feeling that. And I will be about the more feminine energies within me. And here's the thing, I came to an understanding of what, well, I don't know, are we ever at an understanding of what we are? But anyhow, I came to the understanding that I was not straight very, very late in life. Since I came from this really fundamentalist Christian background, it was totally not safe for me. It was so not safe, it was not even safe for me to think in that direction. And so I was 37 when I realized. I was 36 when I met this woman that I fell in love with, and as long as we were together, it was really, for me, I thought it was about the person. I thought, okay, well, this is about a soul-to-soul connection. It's about the person, and I just don't care that she's not a man. That's what I figured. And then, not until we broke up did I realize, there's more to this, and actually I'm not what I thought that I was. So that was a whole process, and that's a different video if anybody's interested in it eventually, or maybe a whole video series. Gosh, I don't even know if I could speak shortly on that. But my point is, before I met this woman, I was in a really super feminine phase, and after we broke up and I started to realize that, I kind of swung the other way, and I went into this, I cut my hair off, and I got suddenly way more dykey, okay? And it felt like it's what I needed to do to balance out all of these years of, something in me needed that expression to kind of balance out all of these years of not having been able to express it. But now that's kind of past, and I'm in this space of, how do I just express who I am day to day? And here's the thing that I want to ask you. Does anybody else associate with this? Because I had been in this false box for so long with this false label of heterosexual, because that's what I assumed I was, because that's what I was told I was supposed to be. And so when I came out to myself and even others around me, the last thing I actually really felt like doing was like crawling into another box. So that's why I tend to say not straight, because although I'm pretty much sure that I'm not interested in being with a guy again, more so than that, I'm not interested in being in another box again. And I also feel like when I started to realize that this is who I was, I went out and I like tried to research, because I'm like, I know nothing about this club. I don't belong. What if they don't let me in the LGBTQ club? You know what I mean? What if they're, just as harsh as, the people I grew up with, because I don't belong. I didn't have their struggles. I grew up thinking I was this way, and, whatever. I had a lot of thoughts about it. And I tried to like read up about stuff, and I realized, oh my gosh, there's not just a few labels, there's labels within labels, and I was just like, and I don't know where I belong in that, and I don't know if I want to belong in any of those labels. I guess for some people a label can be really super empowering, and for me, it's not super empowering thing for me. For me, all I really want to do is be who I am and allow that to be what it is as I evolve and go through my life. And I feel like the millennials really have our back, or really have our way forward on this. I know it's kind of controversial, because there's been a whole fight just to get rights to be allowed to exist as a gay person. And a lot of that argument, or a lot of the ground that's been laid on is, hey, we were made this way. We came into this world this way. This is not changing. This is who we are. But, and I understand the important ground that's gained for everybody, but I feel like it's more complicated than that. And I really, I love what I see. I read a Time magazine article the other day. It was actually in my tiny library in Tina Home, but it was about how this new generation of kids is just like totally rejecting definitions of gender and sexuality, and completely. Like, they're just like, look, no, I don't associate as this or that or the other thing, or I'm just me, and it's possibly changing, and who knows, and I don't want to. And word. Thank you for that. I really appreciate that. So let me say that from this generation to yours. Thank you. And I will always have your backs, millennials, no matter what other people. And I kind of think it sucks that my generation bitches about yours so much, because as I see it, my generation was all about breaking things down. It was about showing what didn't work, was about being rebels and making a stink and causing a ruckus and clearing some space for you guys to show up and tell us how it's done. And what I see when I look at millennials is a generation who refuses to be anything other than what they are, and who doesn't sit around and wait for permission to do the things that feel important to them. They don't feel, this is what I see. I see a generation that doesn't feel like they need permission. They have their own internal sense of permission, and they're here to show us how it's done, and I am excited about that. So anyhow, I just want to give you that shout out. But yeah, I guess what I'm wondering is there anybody else in my generation, or perhaps it came out when they were older, that feels like I do about the whole labels thing, or that associates with this idea of, being wildly changing. I don't know if it's wildly. I think it's more connected to my hormonal cycles, like that I feel more masculine, and that I say that just because that's the terms that we've associated it with for thousands of years, masculine and feminine. I'm talking about an energy. I feel a stronger masculine energy at some points, and I have a desire to, my movements change, how I feel changes, how I want to dress changes, and then maybe I'm a transvest now. I don't think so. I feel very, very much connected to being a woman, at least as Allison. This go around, I if we find one day that past lives and all that stuff is absolute truth, then I'm sure I've been a man before, and that my best idea yet was to come here and be a lesbian, because that was just win-win. But yeah, I really associate with being a woman. I like being a woman. I like my body. I like other women's bodies, and I like what being a woman is about for the most part, but I also really, really like my masculine side. And yeah, I guess it's taken me 40 years to get happy about who I am and to be comfortable in my skin. And I guess that's another message that I would like say to anybody out there that perhaps is younger than me that's not there yet. It's just like, one day you will look back and feel like, why did I waste so much time being worried about it? I totally rock for exactly who I am. And that's a cool place to have landed. So hello from there. And if you're not there yet, just keep coming. You'll get there. Come on. All right. Long-winded. Probably because I'm a little bit nervous. This is the first time I do anything LGBTQ related. And yeah, I still guess I kind of feel I'm only a few years out. I'm 40 now, so I'm only a few years out from this like whole unveiling of this for me. So I guess I sort of still feel like I don't really belong in the club, you know, because there haven't been a lot of, you know, other contact in my tiny town here. So hello, I'm Allison. I'm out there, and these are my thoughts, and I wonder how you react to it, and do you rate or do you not relate, or yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know if you also fluctuate, or if you know people that do, or I don't know. Talk to me. I'd really like to hear what you have to say. All right, take care, and however you're feeling today, make it a great day. Turn the kaleidoscope, let your pieces shine. I'll see you next time. Bye.